Well, okay. Obviously, not our best performance of the year, but again, really pleased that we got the win. And again, as we are building this program to grind it out and figure out a way to win is a huge step in our progression. Obviously, I think leading into Friday's game with NC State, I think that played a little bit of part of just our focus and not just coming out here and really playing our best basketball, as well as we've had a hard week of academics, and so just our kids' focus was not as intentional as what it has to be. But again, I thought in the second half of limiting our turnovers to 3 was a huge step. Our ability, we were getting to the free throw line. We were much more aggressive and attacking than we were the first half. I thought the first half was about as bad as we'd played all year, and so we couldn't find that rhythm to be able to get them to play fast. And we play fast, and whenever you don't, then it stalls everything. But hopefully now we'll be ready. It'll be a great test on Friday to be able to come against ACC opponent and see where we're at.
Lance's body language in the first quarter was very evident. How do you view the body language, maybe as a positive in that they're in the game, but also not being too hard on themselves?
Yeah, no, and it's still, and I told him after the game is, I'm looking for consistency, and that's been our biggest struggle is, we've got a lot of kids that are all in that same spot, and who's going to rise up and get substantial minutes, and I'm still struggling to be able to find that consistent group who gives me the same effort and intensity and the same skill set game after game after game. Obviously, these two are really performing at a high level and being able to rebound the ball extremely well and really help us take that next jump. But it's, as we just got to have, and again, we had bad body language. We really looked like we weren't in it, and that has to change. And, they got to get in it and know it doesn't matter who we're playing, what we're doing. We got to be ready to go. And from here on, every game is a game that we're not expected to win. And so now we got to be the underdog and go and attack it and make sure that we have that mentality that got us to this point.
Maybe it was a treat watching the first half of the last game. Just how much did that carry over to you tonight, and just how much of a killer mentality are you feeling right now?
A lot. I'm just, whatever my team needs, I'm not trying to force nothing. I'm trying to let it come to me like Coach White tells me. But whenever we kind of had a down moment, and I like to play fast, so I'm like, something got to change. I just got to change the tempo. So I'm like, I'm going to run the floor. If I don't get the ball, I'm going to take a defender with me just to speed the game up.
Yeah, I thought her efforts, just in terms of running the floor, changed our look. Now we were able to open the court up and get some easy buckets that we had struggled, getting points up, and AB's ability to do that and Two's ability to rebound on the defensive end that led to that was really crucial to our ability to win today.
How special also was it, even when it wasn't a shot, it was also just getting to the free throw line. AB's always been an aggressive player. We've seen the channel this way.
That's my job. I got to do it. Coach needs some consistency, so I got to keep doing it. When I got to look and he calls it and he draws it up, I got to execute it.
Two, for you, what did you see as the turning point when there were some ebbs and flows, but it finally felt like things were firmly in your direction?
For the team, when AB started running, I want to say she had endless baskets back to back, and like she said, when she wasn't getting the ball, she was bringing a defender that opened up the floor, that gave us easier shots. So transition was a turning point. Once we were getting easy transition buckets, that gave us easier baskets in the half court set.
How was that for you, coming down with those balls and understanding, hey, I got ball, I got outlet, and I know the ball's going in the basket with AB coming through there?
It gave me confidence. It gave our whole team confidence. So once we're confident, we know we can get on runs. Once we're getting on runs, we're good.
Go ahead.
Coach, you had 12 players you were able to deploy today compared to just 6 for the other team. How much does that depth help your team?
Yeah, no, and I thought in the fourth quarter they really wore down, and they looked tired toward that, and and that's what we keep saying is our pace and our, we do have depth. And, and it's been different people stepping up. In the Ball State game, I thought Ty was huge. And in this one, I thought Tracy provided us some huge minutes off the bench today. And then obviously bringing Day off the bench and, some of those things. But, yeah, no, I think our ability to play a lot of people has helped us. But it's also hurt us in some ways because it's still finding that continuity and consistency of what each player brings. And some of those lineups, looking around, everybody's, wait, I'm a 3, I'm a 4, I'm a what am I? And some of those moments that we got to really work on to make sure that we can execute no matter who's out there.
For you, Lance, you mentioned depth several times. As you get towards the early stages of the second season, how much do you look to refine it, and how does that maybe make things more competitive on the practice court?
Yeah, no, and it is, and I've told the team, is that I'm looking for those that practice the 2 days prep before a game. That's what's going to determine, a lot in your playing time. And then once you get out there, you've got to produce. Some of it is how well you practice. Others is you've got to have production with that. No matter how well you practice, if you can't do it under the lights, then it separates. And I'm still looking for a little bit more of that separation. I prefer to play an 8-9 rotation. And right now, some of those minutes we need lessons so we really get good at those groups and been able to play that. But I've been really pleased, again, being able to play the players we have. There's not a huge drop-off, and then you're always surprised that, somebody steps up and does a great job.
As a leader, AB, just how
Yes,
do you
sir.
see that message carrying over in practice where you guys have gotten on each other, but now it's clear the mission's to play for each other, but also there's a competition to play on the court?
I think we're a pretty good team with that. We're not like everybody wants to play. Don't get me wrong, everybody wants to play, but we also understand that we all want to win. Even if if it's me losing minutes, if we're winning, that's the goal. The goal is to win. We want to win games. It doesn't matter whose night it is. Congratulate your teammate. That's how teammates are.
For you, Lance, when shots weren't falling, the defense still was turned up. Just how did you feel that effort was contagious throughout the night?
Yeah, no, and again, we're still, finding those other options on offense, and and we talk that moving the basketball, reversals, and some of that stuff is still a works in progress, but our ability to defend and rebound has to remain constant. And even whenever I look at the rebounding numbers, we gave up 14 boards, and that can't happen. And and I thought we were in a lot in our help and rotations. We didn't do what we needed to and gave up too many. And so that's got to be a focus. And obviously as we NC State's big and athletic and do a phenomenal job. And so we have to control the glass, and that's going to be a huge test for us.
Speaking of the second season, you talked a couple of weeks ago about you feel you have a team that can compete. The question being, can you finish at the end?
Yep.
What's the message? 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left of these close ACC games coming up.
Yeah.
What is the message to your team in those moments?
Yeah, no, and all of our prep, and again, the first part of it is you have to be in those games, and you have to do everything from the time it's tipped into that fourth quarter. Whenever you get a chance down with 2 minutes left, are you in it? Then it goes back to our training of they've worked summer, fall to be able to get their skills at an ACC level where we can go make plays, and how we work together to be able to do that. What I just told them in the locker room is, again, it's on us, is that no one expects us. You got to go prove it every possession, every play, and that's what we feel in our locker room. We can compete with anybody. We can go back to those games where we've been able to be right there, and now it's that next where you got to go make plays and get stops and rebounds, and so that's what it is. It's that 2 stops and a score, and you win.
Liatu and Amber, I guess this is more for you guys. You're 8-2 now. This is a really good start for this team. How's it feel to still keep that underdog mentality that you've had in previous years, even though the results are better this year? As Lance just said, not everybody's going to be expecting much from you in ACC play. How do you keep that underdog mentality and let it motivate you?
I think that's what it is right there. Nobody expects us to win, so we go out there. We don't have anything to lose. We play like that. We're gonna have good. We're gonna have a good turnout. We don't expect nobody to give us anything, and we expect to take everything. So that's what it is for us. I think that was worded perfectly. Because, I mean, even though we're 8-2, it's 0-0 every time we step on the floor.